Okay, I call this meeting to order. January 10th, Civic Celebration Commission. Roll call. John Bergner, here. Robert Nackert, he's absent. Doug Clark.
Here.
Mira Kresovich.
Present.
They got,
Hopeford.
yes.
Here.
Anna Damsky.
Here.
We got a quorum. We'll first do our citizen comment period. We have a couple citizens here who'd like to make a comment.
Okay.
Good citizen.
Yep.
You don't have, no?
I've been on my feet all day.
First off, I'm Dennis Vons from the Franklin Noon Lions Club. I'm their representative with Bill Teach in here. As you know, we're at the 2021 Civic celebration. And first off, we need to know if we're invited back.
Yes, you are.
Okay. So,
We have to vote on that.
well, wait till
Grandfather.
wait till I'm gone, so you won't hurt my feelings. As you know, we're a 503c organization, and we're looking for a more equitable financial partnership with the Civic Celebration and the Franklin Noon Lions. Last year, you took half of our earnings. We received a check from the city for $2,863. And since we are a 503c organization, all our money goes back to helping people in need. We try to have it more for the people in Franklin, but we don't limit ourselves. So on that line, we're looking to either come in with a lower percentage for this year, or become a sponsor instead. So that's something you guys need to kind of figure out.
John, the sponsor gives us more of a profile than just being a vendor. Profile, we saw the banners, we're not looking for something for nothing. But we figured we'd be more than happy to give money to the Civic Celebration. But maybe we little bang for the buck to get our name up on it. We're happy to sponsor something. Again, not looking for something for nothing, but maybe we can change this just a little.
We have 19 members, and not all of those are active as in any club. So we actually had to go out to other clubs like the Historical Society and the Lioness, who are now the Franklin Noon Lioness Club. And then we had for those people to help us out. So again, our goal is to raise money to help people in the city. I can go through a list of stuff we do, so I'm not kidding you.
No.
I know there were 2 fire victims we helped out this last year, 2021. She's a school social worker, and she gives me ways that we can help. We bought athletic equipment for several grades at one of the schools. So we try to get the money back to the community. So we're looking for a little help from you guys so we can. So.
You guys, so if we did like a fixed sum instead of a percentage, and you
Well,
said last year was what, 2,800?
That's what we got a check from the city from you guys,
Yeah.
2860.
And we split it, so that would have been.
And we split it.
And we split it, so that would have been.
And we split it.
But then we paid for,
You paid for the beer,
yeah,
which you're gonna have to again, because you got the license for the premise.
with the license, right?
So that would come off the top to pay the beer.
And he said it was 2,800, so this year it's, and this year it's 4 days instead of 3. Any suggestions?
Crunch some numbers, get back to it next month.
Yeah,
Back to it next month.
Yeah.
come up with some
Always
numbers?
plant a seed if there,
Yeah.
I mean, if there's no way you look at us and say, look, this is the deal.
Well, you know what we went through in order at the end? If it was just it'd be so much easier too.
Yeah.
You know, if we had just a fixed amount.
You know what, we'll still do the tickets, and then you can reimburse us for that. But that name up on the banner, so you have a list of sponsors, I don't know what the diamond, platinum, and gold price range is,
Yeah.
for lack of a better term
I
right
mean,
now.
if you see that we fit a niche for our sponsor somewhere, we're in. I mean, I would find.
Yeah.
Special signage putting beer
Yeah.
is by ticket only.
Definitely that is. We can't do cash for beer.
Not a problem.
Yeah.
It worked great for us.
Yeah.
We didn't have to worry about handling money.
Right.
We didn't need a
Police
police present by
tickets
us,
back
you know.
then.
No offense. You can come for all the water you want. But
We never suggested Lion that suggested the 50%.
I know how it happened. That's passed. And so we got
We
our foot
get
in
our
the
foot in the door.
New
We got our
Year.
foot in the
Yeah.
door.
Yeah.
Right.
But, you know, the rest of the vendors who are there to make money are charged 20%. And we got clobbered.
You say, well, the price you make on a beer is a lot more than what they can make on their food, you know, too. They can't, beer at the markup that we're selling it, you know, the price,
You wanna know the irony? We made more money on brats and on hot dogs.
Yeah.
your brats.
Yes,
Yeah.
because we were fast. We were fast. Everybody else was making one at a time and the lines were going long. The brats, the dogs were quick and we actually made more money on that. I was surprised too, very much so.
Okay.
But if you guys wanna just chat, we'll get out of here.
Yeah, so we're just
There's a
looking for
football
some,
game waiting
we're
for me.
looking for some,
Chat, we'll get out of here.
yeah, so we're just
There's a
looking for
football
some,
game waiting
we're
for me.
looking for some help. You know, you've got till June to decide, but
Well, you're in,
But we enjoyed it. We had a good time.
I think it worked to have that specialty beer and, you know, have the,
and we know we didn't hurt you guys, because you ran out of, and we know we didn't hurt you guys, because you ran out of tickets. So, you know, it's not like we're taking your profit away, we're just,
I guess, but, yeah.
Do they have a different distributor then?
No,
no.
No?
your
Okay.
capitals both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it worked out perfect, actually.
Okay.
It was,
No, I was
Except
just
for
still
last
trying to
year.
get wine.
I'm still having a hard time
Yeah.
thinking about 4th of July.
Right now it's,
It's gonna be here before you know it.
Yeah.
But that's what Bill and I were here for, to ask for your help.
okay.
So,
With that,
we're on now, but.
I'll cut him off.
Okay,
Yeah,
you're good with me?
yeah.
All right, thank you
Thank
very
you.
much for
Thank you.
considering us, and we're looking forward to working with you guys on the 4th.
Okay.
But we'd rather be a partner than an employee, so we've been, I like that sponsorship idea with I don't know what it takes to get your name on a banner.
I need a logo.
We got one of them.
Okay.
Yeah. We can get
Yeah.
that.
That we got. We even spell it right.
What, logo?
L-Y-L-N,
Spell it right.
What, logo?
L-Y-L-N-S.
Email so that
All
I
right,
can mail
thank
the
you guys
proof
very
to
much.
somebody.
Thank you.
Sign off.
Take care.
Enough.
Thank you again.
All right.
Thank you all.
We'll
Thank
see you
very
later.
much, gentlemen.
Any thoughts?
I think it's fair, they did kind of get ripped off doing 50%.
Yeah. I didn't know
Should
that.
treat 'em
So are
just
you
like
saying
everybody
just
else.
If it's a fixed amount, then we don't have to count tickets at the end.
And are you talking about after expenses? Because if the beer and the tickets are, you know what I mean?
Right, it was after expenses, the net income, it was 50%. It wasn't 50%, like, you know, specifically say that, it was 50% of our net profit. It wasn't 50% of sales,
Yeah, they probably didn't know.
you know.
Because I think everybody was afraid they were gonna hurt our beer business, and they really didn't.
You don't really know.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
with the people who came and bought beer from us, instead of buying this, how many people, those people were here to buy a beer, would have bought a beer if they weren't there, same thing. That's hard to,
But you take that chance with anything, if there was wine or if there was something, who knows?
So you get
You're
28.
giving them the option.
Yeah, you get 2,800 from them at 50%, right?
yeah. And after we paid the expenses too.
What do you get from a normal food vendor?
Well, and that would
Never
depend
had.
on what kind of food they have and what.
Oh,
their
20%
sales-
from now.
No, but I mean, like, on average, what is 20%? $500, 1,000?
Between all 7, no, we're talking thousands. We're
For
talking
each though, right?
for each.
Yeah, like on average.
On average, maybe 5,000. We took in
Each vendor?
total.
Really?
From each vendor?
Let's see what we had total income for that.
'Cause that's,
Let's see what we had total income for that.
'cause that seems like a lot.
Wow.
Or is that like all of them combined? Or
Well, we had 14,000, and that's between 2,000 then. That's between 6 to 7 vendors. Yeah, 2,000 then. That's between 6 to 7 vendors.
So
So we
then,
had-
2,000 after expenses.
That now there's no expenses for us with the food
No, but I
vendors.
mean, from Lions.
Because we
No.
pay for their beer, is that, did I hear that correctly?
I
Yeah.
didn't know that, yeah.
And they gave us tickets. See, they take tickets. So say they took in $10,000 worth of tickets. Okay, we sold $10,000 worth of tickets, but still we had to pay for the beer, the cups. There was some other miscellaneous expense. So that added up to probably about 4,000. Now you take 4,000 off the 10,000 in sales. Now we got 6,000. Then we split that with them, so it would come to $3,000 each.
So we each made like $3,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we didn't make, I thought it was pretty, he made it seem like, well, you guys kind of ripped us off. No, I thought they got a good deal, in my opinion. By having the only other best part too about having tickets, now when they collect tickets, they have to turn them in to be reimbursed or worth something until they turn in those $10,000 worth of tickets. Now, if they take tickets, there's no need to turn them in. There's no need to make sure, hey, we have the right tickets and all that for what we sold. Now they can have access to all our tickets,
I don't
check and
follow
balance.
that. I don't follow that.
You don't follow it? Say we do it where they just put in a fixed amount, like you said, like $2,500. So now they're open. We sell the
They put in $2,500.
They put in $2,500 just like a donor, like a sponsor.
Okay.
They put in $2,500 just like a donor, like a sponsor.
Okay, so they give us $2,500.
Yeah, just give
Okay.
us straight $2,500. And then this way now, we sell the tickets. They have their booth and they collect these tickets, right? As they sell their beer. But collect these tickets, right? As they sell their beer. But these tickets, they're not worth anything now because it doesn't matter how much they sell.
So in essence, we're selling all the beer. They're doing the work, but we're selling all the beer.
Yeah.
And they're just getting a flat fee.
And they're getting
Yeah.
a flat.
Off that way?
It's easier and simpler. We're better off that way, but there is no check and balance now. Like
Right.
they had to make sure every ticket they took, they had to turn them in to get reimbursed for them. Now every ticket they take
Is theirs.
is theirs.
I just
So are
think
you
we should
thinking,
think about it.
Are you thinking about possibly they got the tickets, now they're giving tickets to people, or
And they can
and then
use
they
the
can
tickets.
go get more beer? And is that what you're thinking? Okay.
I'm not saying, I could just say
I know what
the check and balance isn't
Right.
there that we
You
have.
don't allow an opportunity. You
Right.
know what I mean? It's kind of me leaving, the big screen TV cardboard box on my, on the curb.
Right.
And leaving the front door and the garage open.
Yeah.
You don't invite
Right.
opportunity.
Right.
And I had, when they turned in their tickets, it was It was something in their tickets. It was something, you know, we had to check and balance 5 times. Oh, your count's wrong, our count's right. I gave the tickets to the city treasurer, they counted them. No, but I had this amount, and it was just, I'd rather not even have to deal with that again.
And the big
I'd rather not even have to deal with that again.
And the big problem is, though, that they do sell beer. That's where it's not the same as any other vendor
Right,
because of the tickets for the beer.
yes. The vendors take cash.
Okay. I'm
The
just
vendors
throwing
are
out,
also on an honor system too.
I'm throwing out a possibility here.
Yeah.
Don't shoot me. What if, tickets say beer only. I was going to say, what if they don't do any tickets and they just charge cash?
What if they, yeah.
Be so confused.
Well, no,
Yeah.
that's
Women
why.
who are going to buy beer from
When you
us.
say they're
Well, hold
beer
on.
only,
Hold on. What if the tickets read main tent only?
But they're in the main tent.
yeah, they're
No,
right
they're
next to
not.
us.
Yeah,
they're
they
right
are.
next
They're
to
right
us.
above us.
Mhm.
We're
Right
down
to
there,
the
they're
left.
up above us.
Drink
Yeah, I
beer,
know they
no.
used to be in that other,
They're under our tent though, so we're in one side, they're on the other side.
See, this is.
The other
I don't
tent was
consider
ours.
it.
That was the one where
Yeah.
the library did. You're
Yeah.
thinking. That was the library.
I remember there being another beer tent over there though. That must have been a couple years ago.
I thought
It's
that
always
was
been in
wine.
It's always been in with us.
family tent or whatever.
Yeah,
That was the case.
Let's just think of this for the for the future on it, because if we do have them do cash, I think that would be, people would come back and say, I thought,
Yeah, they're taking cash there, why we gotta get tickets here, and
Yeah, that's gonna.
You know, that would be
confuse
totally
way too many
confusing.
people.
Your beer ticket's the same like for you guys and what they're using?
Yeah.
Would you have to count those regardless to see how much money they actually made, even if it's a set amount?
yeah.
what if we
How much
just,
we owed them, because they're a separate area. So they collect the tickets and then we count them to know how much they sold. They collect the tickets and then we count them to know how much they sold. And then we reimburse them on those tickets.
So,
It's the first time we did it last year was with them. It was the first time we, allowed them in. But I do agree that, there are a
You can
service,
still do the tickets and still.
there are a
You
service,
can still do the tickets and still do the check and balance, but then charge them that certain amount.
well, either
And if they
that,
don't come out right, well, then we have a reason to question it then. So if you end up with 6,000 tickets versus 10,000, 6,000 tickets versus 10,000, it's gonna say, hey, we gave you guys the benefit of the doubt, what the hell is this,
we're gonna have to collect the tickets still at the end to see, just to know what they sold, But now, before they had to keep them in line and make sure they, but now, before they had to keep them in line and make sure they turned
Yeah.
into,
Well, and
now.
you still have to do that, Tom, because it's for accounting purposes.
Yeah.
That's all you can do.
And then maybe come up with an idea, what would be a fair amount? What would be a fair amount to have them,
Oh, I thought in case there was,
what would be a fair amount to have them?
I thought in case there was somebody else.
what about just keeping it the same instead of charging them 50%, just do like 30% or something?
Yes, he did mention that too,
I mean, just keep it the same and then just,
yeah.
And
instead of
that's
us,
I think numbers should be crunched.
yeah, and again, I'm saying this without knowing the numbers, I'm just,
Yeah. But yeah, I think that might be the way to go. So we'll bring that up.
And then
How's
let the
that?
banner up.
Go less
the less,
to keep track, and and I'll be happy with that.
because that's a
I'd go
significant
40.
amount.
Well, we gotta make money, so. If you want to pay for the entertainment and everything
so far.
else.
Yeah, that's our thing. That's
Yeah.
There goes my
Pay 'em.
savings account. My
Pay 'em.
savings account.
that's the
I
money
mean,
goes
if there's
toward
no
a lot of our-
entertainment and all that stuff, they're
Yeah, so
they're
we're-
not just gonna pitch a tent in the middle of a park and sell beer
Yeah.
with no music or anything,
I mean, you're making money off of us by drawing people. We're drawing people with the entertainment.
Exactly. I mean, it's, you know,
Entertainment.
exactly. I mean, it's, you know, looking at it both ways.
Yeah.
I see what they're saying.
When you say, like, percentage-wise, what they say makes sense, but when you take into consideration what everybody else is saying and the
Yeah.
actual numbers that they bring in, that's why I wouldn't even want to commit until there's some serious number crunching.
Yeah.
But if you took a smaller percentage and put their name on a banner, you're not losing anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah, you are.
That amount, and, you know, they want to be classified as a sponsor to get their name out there.
But I mean, in theory, unless they're taking somebody else's spot, there's not really a cost for them to do that.
Yeah, there is.
How much?
For the banners?
I think it's supply
It's
chain.
different.
True, though.
So I have to get the receipt and I don't have that handy.
But I mean, it wouldn't be $500 or something like that. Shouldn't
Yeah,
be.
probably. Cool.
Yeah.
No, the banner for the parade for Christmas for the Grand Marshals for the kids was $200.
Wow.
That is a cheap
Yeah.
price.
I mean, I suppose.
So
you
do they
those
have their
colors
own?
into them.
Do you think they got their own banner?
They should, yeah, I think they do. Or even, it doesn't even have to say, other than just saying the Lions on it, why don't they use their flag?
Yeah.
Versus then, they can put their banner up if they can provide one.
Okay, we'll get that, next time we'll discuss that then.
Are we gonna, who's gonna crunch the numbers on that?
I'll figure out what they actually made and everything, and
Okay.
have that for the next meeting.
Alright.
And we'll come up with a,
I
probably.
mean, they help people too, so I mean, you know,
It does go to the community.
exactly, so I mean,
And unfortunately, that fire was.
Okay. Entertainment.
yeah.
Entertainment is all set. Friday night, we got, entertainment is all set. Friday night, we got Bella Kane. We got Saturday night, one right. Friday night's Bella Kane. Saturday from 3 to 6 is Doo-Wop Daddies. And from Doo-Wop Daddies. And from 7 to 11 is the Rhythm Method.
Toys.
Oh, Toys, I'm sorry. Toys. Sunday is the Jimmy's from 3 to 6. And then 11. And then on Monday during the afternoon is the differentials, which we had last time. That is the Eagles Tribute Band. And then from 6 to 9:30 is Totally Neon, which is more of a updated 80s, 90s.
Yeah, Instagram was interesting.
So we got the entertainment all set.
You said toys was 7:30 to 11.
To 11, yeah, and Rhythm Method 7:30 to 11. If you want, you know, she can send you that.
Yep, I can always email that to you if you want.
Okay.
Matt,
Yeah.
you want to email? You want to email that to him?
Sure.
Just kind of looking for staffing purposes.
Yeah.
To bring in the bigger crowd. I don't know if you have my email, but it's on there.
Gmail.
Now, if you got any issue, if you have anything,
The only thing.
you got any issue, if you have anything,
The only thing that I have was just planting the seed on parade location. I know we've done it on Loomis forever. After the whole Waukesha incident, in all reality, there's no way we could truly secure Loomis. I know it's easy for us because we've done it for years and it's set up as long as I can remember that way. But if anyone has another idea for an area that we could actually lock it down to make it safer in that aspect. But then other than that is just staffing needs, which I would assume are same as all traditional popping up. Let us know if we need more employees on certain nights. But I don't think this year was as bad, but 2020 we had a nightmare staffing wise for us. So.
It's always bad when the fireworks. If we could have at least one officer on the grounds.
Yeah.
Because we're always on our own at that time.
On the grounds, yeah, when you had people doing the traffic,
Mhm.
but we had no officers on the grounds. One
Makes sense.
officer at least on the ground at that time. I mean, the way,
That was only 12 units. We usually have 80. That'd be the whole area. We'd have to line them up down Drexel, which would be down probably to my house. So it's like,
But isn't Drexel the fire thing too? And that's because of the fire department. They always say no to that.
I
You
wouldn't
can't
have it
really
on
block
Drexel.
them off
Yeah.
of 36 because you can completely lock it down. But then you have like the elder center that's right there. So I don't know how many ambulances have to go in and out of there. So you're pretty much
And I think
stuck
part of the issue is that it's a state highway too.
with Drexel.
36.
Loomis.
36.
Yeah.
yeah, you need to get a state permit,
Yeah.
get that.
I don't know. I think it was just brought up from concerns of Waukesha, which I totally get.
But if we
We
did
still-
Drexel, we could close that off like they did. We did
But
somehow.
that's not long enough. We'd have to go longer or just cut the parade down to nothing.
Where could they park?
Parking wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
Tuck away.
Is it-
Tuck away.
To let the park at Tuckaway? We'd have to line up down at Tuckaway.
Line up at Tuck,
Yeah.
Tuck away.
Or we could line up into Oakland at Tuckaway.
Line up at Tuck,
Yeah.
Tuck away.
Or we could line up into Oak Leaf Trail.
That,
And then go to,
that's not big, yeah.
but I mean, at least to go down, but we have so many cars and trucks and buses
Hills right there too.
and vans that are,
It looks
Then you're
like
not
there's
gonna like
one.
it.
Tuck away would be the one. You just come out of Tuck away, then all you have to do is, then close 76th Street,
Mhm.
going across. And then take it there, and then they come up, just like we did.
You'd have to close Fair Meadows too. 'Cause
you mean through by the library over there? And
and
what,
then
they
end
wouldn't
up
get
by-
very far, and then disperse at the library parking lot.
Yeah.
And if you want to, I can run like how many miles it is, how we normally do it, and we can at least talk with the police department, try to come up with a couple different areas we think would just kind of throw it around next meeting. But
Yeah.
just an idea. I don't know. And striking out on a good spot for it exactly, but
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I was thinking.
You know, like Highway 100 and Drexel down to Loomis and Drexel, that's not long enough, right?
Well, don't you normally go, from Forest Hill to Drexel? Well, don't you normally go, from Forest Hill to Drexel on
Mhm.
36?
Turn on Drexel.
That's
Yeah.
about from 76, actually from 76 to Drexel is a little bit longer.
But
I
then we're
mean-
lined up down to Loomis, or we're lined up Loomis down to Highway 100.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Great.
Or we're lined up Loomis down to Highway 100.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, there's a long line there.
On
Okay,
both
so then you're
sides.
twice
Plus
as,
then-
your
yeah.
distance.
Then you have people who line up ahead of time on both sides of the streets and the medians, and
yeah. And we've been lucky for the past. The days coming like up to
But
it.
it still
because people
is-
always park on 36 and just get out and they're running around throwing chairs
Mhm.
out, and there's been a lot of close calls, but like the route itself works good, especially with the kids parade getting done. It loops right back into the center and they can find their families and
Yeah.
whatnot. So there's a lot of positives and
not to sound like Waukesha wasn't doing a good job.
Mm-hmm.
There's always heads up by us. I mean, everybody's always attentive, they're always watching, they're looking, you know what I mean, the head's in the game.
I think if you have some crazy nutcase though who's
If
hell
there's a
bent
will,
on
there's a
running
way.
people over, they're gonna get it done.
yeah.
So
I think regardless, for the most part, our biggest concern, I guess, is like, so the Christmas parade, how we could grab DPW trucks and we could put them on all the entrances to the roadway. You're solid, right? 36, we can't do that.
Yeah,
We could do that
that's-
at the start and end, but you have a highway going right next to the parade route regardless. Of
Yeah.
whether
Regardless,
you're
and
going
it
50,
is,
60,
that traffic is constantly,
parade route regardless. Of
Yeah.
whether you're
regardless,
going
and it
50,
is,
60.
that traffic is constantly.
Yep.
Yeah.
All they need to do is, even an accident, swerve into the oncoming traffic
Yeah.
and people are getting hit.
But
and
then,
you can't shut that down, can you?
No.
that year
That's-
we did that one, when Scott Walker was in 4 years ago, 5 years ago. And, when Scott Walker was in 4 years ago, 5 years ago,
Yeah.
4 years ago. Capitol Police shut it down. They were on that end, and then both sides were shut down.
Do you remember how that looked? I'm pretty sure I was off. Like, how did they do it? Was it right at Drexel?
I would think it would be Orion.
Do it? Was it right at Drexel?
I would think it would be Orion.
I didn't see why, it was closed down, yeah, it was closed down on Ryan. When they came, they didn't shut it down until just before he came out. So he was kind of in the front.
Mhm.
I don't know, I didn't see the other side.
So if,
I don't know, I didn't see the other side.
so if we could shut down at Drexel, at Ryan, and at Lover's Lane, or Lover's
Drexel,
Lane is
Lover's
Ryan,
Yeah,
Highway 100. That would be, and then just Forest Hill, right? Shut down at Highway 100, Forest Hill, and Drexel.
Yeah.
yeah, Forest Hills always is closed. Well, we put some people staging there, and in Brentwood we have people staging.
And there's an easy enough, that's not even a long detour, to go through Lover's Lane to church, back around.
And
if
it's
you-
on Monday.
I wonder how much that would cost with the state to do that.
What do we pay for a permit, do you know?
We don't even get charged for it.
Oh, then it wouldn't be.
Then, yeah, please, let's do that.
It's just, do we have the
Just-
manpower to do that?
I'll talk to everyone on our end and see. I think it's almost easier compared to what we do because we have so much traffic coming through there. We usually need 3 cops at 36 and Drexel just to deal with cars going in and out and people walking around anyways. So if it's all shut down, it's definitely a possibility. I think it'd almost be easier.
Yeah.
It's just when do you shut down and avoid like cars coming in and out of on Drexel?
Oh,
Yeah, that's a problem. I didn't think of that.
I didn't think of that
And that's
either.
usually full though, by
By the time we
by
actually
10
shut the
o'clock.
road
Yeah,
down.
9:30, 10 o'clock. People are all lined up and ready to go at 9:30 usually. And they're all sitting and waiting.
Yeah, once they're in there, the only thing is we have somebody man.
Because the parade is how long? Well, 45
It's about an hour and a half.
hours.
So I like the thought of that.
Would there be a way to notify Aurora? Or would that be opening up?
Well, they're usually closed.
Mhm.
They let us, well, they're usually closed.
Mhm.
They let us
Oh, yeah,
use
'cause
the
it's
lot
the
to
4th of
park.
July.
Yeah, they let us use it.
Yeah,
Sorry,
but or will they
Green
be? Oh, forget it.
4th of
yeah,
July
that's right.
closed.
They're-
Yeah, because they're not emergency.
Then that's not a problem.
Yeah. And we just
Then
make
it's not
sure
a
we
problem.
tell people.
I'm
like,
thinking
you're gonna
Monday,
be in,
okay,
get in
people are
early.
going to be at
And we
then
just
it's
make
not
sure
a
we
problem.
tell people.
I'm
like,
thinking
you're gonna
Monday,
get in,
okay,
get in
people are
early.
going to be at work and blah, blah, but it's the 4th of July.
Mhm.
So,
Which is what I guess the only other thing is those condos right across from the PD, basically. But
Mhm.
I mean, most cities and towns that do parades, they lock down a lot of people's driveways, and entryways. But
they could also go down to,
Remember you said, man, they have a assisted living in there too.
at Brentwood,
Yeah, but there's a back road.
next to us,
Yeah.
but they have access still to get in and out. But that
Where's
the
that?
condos they wouldn't. It's right across from the PD. Yep. So if we shut down all 36, that would have to be locked down too. But
That's not assisted living,
No.
is it? Oh,
just south of the PD is Brentwood. That's assisted living, but they still have
on
access
the
ways.
very slim chance that somebody would need medical, I have a high suspicion that
36 we'd pretty much leave open. You know, like it'd be locked down for cars to come in and out, but we can get an ambulance or a squad car in there if we had to. So,
somebody had hurt issues or something.
Yeah, and we give warnings and tell people ahead of time due to, and I think they know just from what happened with Christmas.
mhm.
New security protocol, and for 2 hours, once a year. I don't think that's gonna be a problem. I've looked at other places. I don't know where else we can go.
No, I stared at a map for about an hour and I gave up. So.
Even with, if we did it at the Rock's got games that whole week.
It would take a lot of lotteries. A lot of lottery winnings to make it come to fruition.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions on police and the entertainment? All right, something new, cornhole tournament. Cornhole tournament. I do agree that we should do it during the festival
Okay.
rather than during, before it,
Yeah.
because, that's what we're doing. We're trying
On
to,
the tennis courts?
because, that's what we're doing. We're trying
On
to,
the tennis courts?
the tennis courts over the ones close to the band shell, the old tennis courts, the ones right on the,
Yeah. The ones right by closest to the tent. By
closest
the
to
beer.
the,
The ones right by closest to the tent. by
closest
the
to
beer
the
tent.
swing sets,
Yeah.
right? Like they're the
Yeah.
original ones.
So you hear the music, you can
Right.
get
Yeah,
beer.
No, go ahead.
yeah.
And then the more,
Thank you.
yeah, thanks.
You kind of,
And when they're doing the helicopters over there?
are you doing a helicopter?
All the risk you do with that, to have that, to set it up, and then our helicopter income was like $400, $500. Chance of something, and the neighbors complaining about the helicopters,
Oh,
Yeah, not worth it.
Yeah. But, well, people did enjoy it, and they all would look, say where those come from. But
Do we have a computer on site there to where, like, if I needed to print off brackets or something like that? No?
No.
So is registration gonna be that day of the tournament, or do we do pre-registration?
Did you get a chance to look at any of the apps? That app?
You mean the apps to where you get the brackets?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's easy.
Okay.
It's easy.
Okay.
You can you go on there, like if we got, easy.
Okay.
You go on there, like if we got 27 team double elimination bracket.
yeah,
It'll just, they'll show me what it looks like, and then I would have to print it out, but
I think that should be,
that's the easy part.
I think that should be,
That's the easy part, I think.
Yeah, and the one where they had it where they switched partner, no. I think it's best to have two teams of two each join
Yeah.
the tournament, and they stay together.
Yeah,
There was one
Yeah,
where
there's
they had
no
different
switching.
mixture of them.
no, you can't switch.
Yeah.
No.
Or, sports tournament.
Yeah.
You bring your team, you put in $50,
Yeah.
and it was $50 a team, right?
I thought we were going less than that. I don't know.
Well, which
I don't.
50 seemed like a lot.
It does seem like a lot.
I'm gonna 25.
25 a team.
Yeah.
You're
I
gonna
think
have too many
25 a
teams.
team would be good.
30?
35.
20%. No, I think 25 would be
Yeah.
legit.
It's not there to, we're not doing that.
You're doing it to
You're
have
gonna have
fun.
more spectators probably than actual,
Yeah.
more spectators probably than actual players, just to see how it works. The following year, maybe, it's your inaugural.
And for people that want to do it just for fun, that because you're always going to have people that, they did the Muskego tournament, and they did all these other ones, and the bars.
It looks like there's a following for this, for cornhole. It looks like there's a following for this, for cornhole. Am I wrong?
No, there's a huge following for it, so it could turn out to be something overwhelming. But hey, you got to do it one time to learn, right? And then we'll better know what to do next year. So
I remember when
So,
I remember when Dodgeball, the movie came out, and we
Yeah.
did Dodgeball, but we thought, it's going to be big, but
Yeah,
we had like 12 teams,
yeah,
and it was great. We had the tennis court, and we had the tennis net as the dividing line, and and the kids had a real good time, but really wasn't. And we did arm wrestling,
Oh, yeah.
and we did rock, paper, scissors, and we did
Mosquito charges?
I do not know.
I can't find it. I mean, I can find, but I
and we
can't
did
find.
Guitar Hero, so I'm glad. I hope it works out.
Yeah,
I think,
me too.
I think you have fun with it.
Yeah, and then I'll figure out the whole boards thing, even if I got a couple sets myself. So
Yeah. And then
I'm sure we won't have to rent any. I know up at Swagger too, at the bowling. I know up at Swagger too, at the bowling alley, Root River. They got a bunch up there too that I could probably borrow if I needed it.
If we go and say, can you, don't, and we'll, take you as a sponsor of equipment. you know?
Yeah,
We'll put you in there as a sponsor.
yeah,
Just give us the board.
yeah,
We'll put you in there as a sponsor.
yeah.
Just give us the boards.
Right.
Or you do, everyone brings their own, and each one brings a board, and then people might have these special ones, like you said, that they had made out. And
Yeah, yeah.
I think,
I think, we'll figure that out.
if they bring their own board, it probably would be a lot easier. Then you don't have to go get, they'll take their board home, and then you don't have to collect the boards at
Yeah,
the
but
end.
the only thing is, that's not a small board,
Yeah,
and they're not cheap, so you wouldn't want to like leave it. Do you
yeah,
know what I mean?
that's, yeah, if you're like, well, I want my board back, I'm leaving,
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's why I'm hoping that I can get enough boards. I should be able to get enough boards to where people shouldn't have to bring their own. I'll
Okay.
talk to Dave
Well, each
Church.
team needs a board, really, so you need, how many are we gonna run? Maybe 4 at a time, then we need 8 boards.
Well, I was thinking I can get 10 sets.
Then we're good.
What's a set? 2?
Yeah, well, yeah, one
5 teams
set.
play at one time then.
No, 4 people can play at one time then.
I meant 5 teams,
Oh,
5
yeah,
groups.
yeah, 5, yeah.
Okay.
If you have 10
Actually,
boards.
20. Or 10, sorry.
There
Yeah,
you go.
10. 10 teams could play at one. Or 10, sorry.
There
Yeah,
you go.
10. 10 teams could play at one time then.
Yeah.
No, 20.
If you have 10 boards, remember it takes 2 boards per team for each game.
So
Yeah,
that's
two
That's
5
5
games.
games.
2 teams at each set.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 2
That's
5
teams.
games.
2 teams at each set.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 10 sets, 20 people can be playing at one time.
20 people.
Yeah, 20
Yeah.
people, 10
Right.
teams.
10 games.
Yeah.
Okay. And that would be enough room, I think, to spread 5 of them. 5 groups across. So
Yeah, oh yeah,
5 going on at a time.
yeah, for sure.
And if we don't have a lot, then we can just do 4.
Yeah.
Just curious, are you doing that in the lawn area or in the
In the
Court
court
area.
itself.
I was
Cool.
thinking in the court itself, and then I'll have like, I've been, yeah,
let me know if I can help with signage or anything
Okay.
like that. Even if you want brackets
Probably ahead
printed
of
up
time,
ahead of
yeah.
time.
okay, yeah, that would be cool.
If-
The thing is I don't know, like, as far as the brackets go, I might have to wait until that day.
You
Full
do.
disclosure, I can do printing, math, or how brackets work. That's beyond me.
Yeah, no, I
I mean,
hear.
with
But
sports.
the thing that I like about, you can go on Google right now, and if we had, 18 teams, you could just go on Google and, 18 team double elimination bracket, and then they'll pop one up for you. And I would, yeah, that's the hard part.
We can do that. We can copy and have a banner made for, a big banner, so, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
And I'm wondering if a dry erase would work on a banner.
yeah, it would have to be like dry erase.
But I'm wondering if that would
Yeah.
work on a banner.
Yeah, it might. And then as far as the winnings and stuff, you just
All
give,
based on how many we got.
yeah,
I think Mosquito does it where they take a certain percent, say 20% out of the total, goes to the Franklin Civic celebration, and the rest of the 80, we decide based on how many teams there are.
okay,
If there's a first, how many teams there are.
okay.
If there's a first, second, third, fourth prize.
Yeah, depending on the teams, how many teams.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
okay.
That's how Mosquito's is in their thing too. It's all. It says
Is
in their notes.
Mosquito's fair? Did they have a fair before ours?
They,
Hey,
when's
No,
the date?
Did they have a fair before ours?
They,
hey.
when's
No,
the
theirs
date?
is in August, if it's the mosquito.
They've been doing
days.
that for
August 28th, 29th,
yeah.
Oh,
27th,
It's after
28th,
ours.
29th.
okay. I would have liked to gone out there and just check it out.
Wonder if there's a cornhole tournament before. Cornhole tournament before.
Will we decide $25? Good.
Yeah, 25 is. I think 50 is excessive.
Yeah.
25 is good. And again, we're gonna make some money off of it. It's just,
More
a
for
new
fun.
thing. So
Okay.
there you go.
All right. Vietnam wall display.
Well, we've got our volunteers set up, or our form set up. We're gonna have to start meeting at least next month. There really isn't that much to do. I think the brunt of it is getting volunteers or ambassadors to kind of walk around and make sure everything's okay. But other than that, there isn't a lot we have to do now. Until the time it comes. I went to one of the Lions Club meetings a couple weeks ago, and they're willing to help. Doug Milanovich has a construction company that wants to help. So I don't think we're gonna have problems getting people that wants to help. So I don't think we're gonna have problems getting people to set up and take down. I just hope we're okay with getting people to kind of walk around and take care of the place while we're down here. So,
And transportation too.
yes, and the buses.
And the buses.
Quick question. Did you want 5 people every shift? I didn't really know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was thinking 4, and then I thought, oh, I should just leave it all 5 and make it more uniform. And then 3 during the night.
3 at night, 2 for the soft opening? Okay. So 2 a.m. to 6, do you still count that night?
Well, morning.
But like 6 a.m. would be starting the 5.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll need people that are 24 hours.
Yeah.
2 a.m. to 6. But I think we're gonna get, so far,
Yeah,
you've
we've
got,
got 3.
I
One guy in
think,
Waukesha, and I've got a guy who called me, the guy who wanted to do the lights, that wants to come and help with our meetings, but I don't know if I'm gonna have him help. That may be more of a hindrance. And I have 2 other people that would like to come too, so.
yeah, and that's just without even letting it be posted.
Yeah, they found out, so.
Could you read, Mira, for what we have for the article written up about the wall, what it means to everybody? That
Yes.
you and Ann did?
So let me know if something doesn't sound right. Make it bigger, because I'm old. Hours from sunset on Wednesday, June 29th through 2 p.m. on Sunday, July 3rd. The wall is a unique, patriotic. Do you want it to say unique civic event or unique patriotic memorial? Or some other?
No, it's a patriotic one. It's a patriotic memorial.
Yeah.
You want patriotic memorial? Okay.
Yeah.
PAT.
Instantly changed.
Unique patriotic memorial that must be treated with reverence. It commands a decorum that must be treated with reverence. It commands a decorum that is not celebratory. Therefore, with the gracious blessing and cooperation of Franklin Public Schools, this memorial display will be located on the grounds at Franklin High School, 8222 South 51st Street. The high school grounds will be 22 South 51st Street. The high school grounds will provide a quiet, solemn, sacred space for visitors to pay respects and reflect. And then this is plagiarized from the wall stuff. The Vietnam Veterans Memorial Fund, the wall stuff. The Vietnam Veterans Memorial Fund unveiled a replica of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial on Veterans Day in 1996. Bringing the wall that heals to Franklin is an honor and provides an opportunity for the souls enshrined on the memorial to exist once more. Souls enshrined on the memorial to exist once more among family and friends in the peace and comfort of familiar surroundings. There are many aspects to this unique event, including hometown heroes, photos of service members on the wall who list their home of record from the local. Traveling exhibit provides veterans who have been unable to cope with the prospect of facing the wall to find the strength and courage to do so within their own communities, thus allowing the healing process to begin. The wall is also an educational opportunity for those that may not realize the connections to their community or DC. Are you okay with that? Okay.
Very well done.
A team of volunteer ambassadors is required for this patriotic memorial. Sign up by completing the insert or using the online form. Which I have to do that. Let me highlight that. A training session for all ambassadors is required.
Wait, that's what needs to be changed. It's not required, it's provided.
Okay.
They're gonna provide training for everybody. Training for everybody.
And then I repeated sign up, and then take that out
If
because
we
that's
could
redundant.
just change the setup time,
I think I took that
Okay.
off, but I was thinking to give some kind of a off. But I was thinking to give some kind of a ballpark.
they're most likely gonna start at 8 AM.
Oh, okay.
Probably right away. We just don't know if there's, that's why I didn't want a time, because if there's something that happens between 10 and 2, you know, that's why I figured sunset was, it's gotta be done by sunset.
Okay. Okay. But I was thinking if I were signing up for this, I would want a ballpark time, what time I'm supposed to be there.
For setup,
Yeah.
I would put setup is at 8 AM.
Okay. 8 a.m. Do you want an ending time, rough?
No,
Okay.
because we don't know, I have no idea. It depends on what kind of skilled labor or unskilled labor we have.
Yeah. Makes sense. And then in the insert blurb, it just reads, the Wall That Heals will be open 24 hours from sunset on Wednesday, July 29th through 2 p.m. on Sunday, July 3rd on the grounds of Franklin High School. The wall is a unique patriotic memorial that must be treated with reverence, commands a decorum that is not celebratory, and FPS has graciously allowed the use of the high school grounds for this event. A team of ambassadors is required for this patriotic memorial, and a training session will be provided for all ambassadors.
Yep.
Contact information must be completely filled out. Please check all areas of Please check all areas of interest below. Sign up early to secure a specific date, time, and activity. All ambassadors must be pre-approved by the Franklin Civic Celebrations Commission.
We ain't pre-approving nobody. What we got, we take.
But you know what I mean. So if that sounds all okay, then I'll unhighlight that.
Hopefully you'll get groups.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and if there's groups of 8 or 9, they can, if they want, that's fine, we can
I
switch
know they
5
do a
to
lot, the
8.
Vietnam group that marched in our parade,
Yeah,
you gotta let them know because,
oh, yeah, she knows already,
yeah.
yeah, and
They
I,
do.
he does the library presentation for Veterans Day, so, yeah. Yeah, all the VFWs are notified from them, not from us, they all know. They have some list that goes out, I guess, to everybody.
Yeah, so hopefully that'll,
My concern is I have to find 1 or 2 people that I know, because if there's issues and somebody doesn't show up and somebody has to call somebody else, I don't want them calling me because I'm probably gonna be running back and forth for tickets or something. I gotta have somebody that we know that we can rely on that's gonna be able to take those calls.
Like would
And I
somebody
don't
from
know
the
how to-
VFW?
That's
Andrew?
what I was thinking, cause I don't know who else to ask, who to ask for that. I have another question. What?
It says at the bottom, please scan and email this form to franklinparade@gmail.com. Does that work?
Fine, sure.
Okay. Or print and mail. Do you want it at City Hall or do you want it to your house?
Do we have a mailbox here?
yeah.
If we got one, throw it in there, that's fine.
Okay.
If it says Franklin Civic Celebration, we have a box that it goes into.
Oh, okay,
I'm sure it's right.
Okay.
okay, that's fine,
And then your phone number, do you want that listed?
that's fine,
Okay. Your phone number, do you want that listed?
that's fine.
Okay. And that's at the bottom of both forms.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's good. Wait.
So I think that part's done. So I think that part's done.
And then we gotta work on transportation. And that's why it's all dependent on too, if Payne and Dolan wants to do a, quarry tour. They have these vans, so that still is, we'll have to find that out by the next time.
And that we were good, I think, as long as we have at least a month or two headway to get buses. If we have to get them, we get them. So I don't think that's something we have to worry about right now. But.
And just so you all know, it's costing us $10,000, you know, that
For the wall?
committees.
For
Just
the
for the
wall.
wall, yeah, you know,
And you
costs, so it's something that we're, you know, pleased to provide, but it is costing us.
Well, from what they've told me, this other gentleman who did the one out in Waukesha, that costed them $30.
Whoa.
He asked me how we're paying for it, and I said I really.
And he did mention 30,000.
Yeah, he said they paid $30,000. He said, I'd like to know where you're getting their funds from. And I said, well, we do the fundraiser. I said, that's
Yeah.
part of our event.
And we'll see what we get from the fundraising too of people.
So it's okay that models. You did a lot of legwork on that, if I remember correctly, last year or the year before.
With getting the buses?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had one reserved at
For the vets.
first, no, those were trolleys. We had the trolleys for them. We go back and forth to parking lots that we did with first
How much
students.
was that roughly?
Those were expensive. They were like $800
Each?
yes, a day.
Do you realize you could get like nice ones for, I figured two because you have one going this way, one going that way? Like the nice white ones that can fit up to 15 people only,
Yeah.
but they're
Right.
really nice.
Yeah.
For about the same price.
But if you outweigh the facts.
How many?
But if you outweigh the facts.
How
do
many?
we want to have 15 people on one, or do we want to have 40
40.
people going back and
Yeah.
forth?
I can't stand the smell of a school bus. I wouldn't go on it.
Oh. Well, that's why I'm hoping that they would let us use their bus. Well, that's why I'm hoping that they would let us use their buses.
Yeah. And then, would they be okay if Payne and Dolan does do that? Would they be okay with sharing? Because instead of doing like a fabric banner with sharing, then could we do a magnet on the side of the bus?
We've done the
See,
magnets.
why not? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think Sherry
No
had.
problem.
I think Sherry
No
had a
problem.
contact for.
We got the magnets from banners.
We got Hoopster? From Hoops?
From Hoops, yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay.
Okay.
Operation blurb is done real small because it's small this time and then gets bigger as it gets closer.
Oh,
It just says it's 4 days taking
Okay.
place in Lyons.
And a good reason why we're meeting early this Monday is because it is Friday, so we want to get this all discussed and
get it in.
feel good that we're covering what we are and we're getting a lot accomplished. So that's why the February newsletter was mentioned.
So, on that note, do you want anything other than new this year cornhole tournament at this time?
Is this something that we should, like, tell what the prizes are gonna be, or no,
No.
nothing like that?
I think
Okay.
it's too
Yeah, because
soon.
there's another
Yeah.
newsletter coming out in May.
Yeah,
right?
that's,
Yeah,
no,
May is
that's
when it
fine,
comes
yeah, coming, cornhole tournament, that's good for now.
I think it's just best to make the mention of it.
Cornhole tournament, that's good for now.
I think it's just best to make the mention of it.
Yeah,
And then for May, have to sign up for them and everything.
Yeah, get your teams together and sign up. We'll be in at the next newsletter or something.
Yeah.
In the next newsletter.
And until I can get the actual account set up, which is why I keep asking the actual account set up, which is why I keep asking in the same question, until I can get the account set up for this vendor, I don't want to go ahead with the art and history contest. So if you can just stay with me after so I can punch keys. Because it's taken me a year to even set up the account.
Yeah,
Because I don't have all the info.
okay.
And then I don't know, I don't know if you want to wait or if you want to do a call for market vendors blurb that reads, are you a local artisan? Does your business offer a product or service that would immediately and directly add to the festival? The Franklin Civic Celebrations Commission would like to feature Franklin businesses that can sell patriotic clothing, arts and crafts, picnic items, such as personal bug repellents, sunglasses, cooling towels, and personal fans, jewelry, or similar items that relate to the Independence celebration. Space is limited to 4 unique vendors in 10 by 10 tents, and at the discretion of the commission. Is that too much, or do you want to wait?
Are we gonna have enough room?
I'm just throwing it out there. If somebody says no, that's
I'm
fine.
thinking wait until May.
Okay,
Yeah,
Cause that's usually,
okay,
yeah,
when we get people.
okay.
yeah, I agree.
Cause we had 4 last year. 3 or 4
4.
last year.
And then I think we talked briefly about bingo at the last meeting. And is when you look at the state application for bingo licenses, they need a 45-day period before they'll even grant your license. And if you've already, so like let's say I'm church whatever, church A. And like depending on how many officials you have is how much you pay.
Oh, okay.
On that license, they want to know every date and location, physical location, that you will have bingo for the next year.
Wow.
And then they take 45 days to review it. Because I don't think we can do it this year. I don't even think it's possible. If we wanted to do it at a future time, like next year or the year after, I have a draft of an intent form that, because the state of Wisconsin's involved, I'd like to put in front of. And if this is something that we're looking at for next year, then we probably want to publish it in August. Do you know what I mean? To give people a heads up
Yeah.
for the following year. And I don't want to hand it to the city attorney last minute and say, oh, we need this tomorrow. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. The other one I could imagine even doing that too would be like a Ray and Dots, who does bingo now on weekends. But I don't know if they do that in Greendale.
They don't even do it in Greendale, right? They
No?
got
No.
their,
They do it on what, Sunday
Place.
nights over there.
yeah, they got their place to do it.
That would be the only place I would,
Place.
Sunday nights over there.
Yeah, they got their place to do it.
That would be the only place I would think that would do it, but.
Well, I just know that, like, at the last meeting, we talked about it, and then there was, oh, this church would do it, this church would do it, this church. And I don't want to
That's
pick.
not-
I really don't want to pick. Do you know what I mean? And I don't want to
That's
pick.
not-
I really don't want to pick. Do you know what I mean? Because that's like, I want them to say, yes, we want to do this. And then if we get more than one, even if it's only 2, literally drop the names in a hat that are on the same size paper and have some other person choose that name.
And you might
in way
find
to do it.
churches are maybe find less revenue from bingo because, you know, I don't know if it's a growing
Yeah.
thing anymore, you know, when the casino came in and all the gambling came in and
Well, it's
But
not
the-
that as
yeah.
much as they usually host bingos indoors. And so if they would be able to do this outdoors in a tent, you know, we don't know unless we ask. And that's also the benefit of doing it a year ahead of time.
Yeah. Okay. I think, yeah,
Throw it out
August. Okay. Volunteers is on there. The volunteer form
Yes, sir.
is ready to go.
Yes, sir. I believe so. The only questions I had, no, got rid of that. No, I think we're good. Call for Independence Celebration volunteers, come and share in the excitement. So it's the same as it was last year.
Yep. So that'll be coming out in the next newsletter.
And Ann confirmed she wants what she wants at the bottom, so we're good.
Okay, and then donations and sponsors, that will be, not, you know, it'll be mentioned in the newsletter, but not something where we do the form, you know, we don't mail the form out, the request out.
I
Mara
didn't-
did a great thank you postcard that was well received by all our sponsors, and hopefully we'll have good luck again. Hopefully we'll have good luck again this year like we had last year.
I didn't mention anything about donations in the newsletter.
We usually don't in that.
Okay,
Yeah, we usually
then I
don't.
just misunderstood.
That's okay.
I got a couple ideas, but I think
Okay.
I don't know. So I do want to do cornhole as a fundraiser. I don't know, and this is just maybe something to think about, if you want to include, like I was thinking at the $500 level, $500 level for sponsorship of cornhole. So I don't know, like if you want to give like a business, you know, business ABC gives $500 for cornhole. Do they get it one team entry, two team entries, no team entries? Because
If they want to give money like that, yeah, let them get, you know, some spots.
so you
Just
maybe
like the
think
chil-
about it and tell me how many teams.
Okay.
I want to have these printed up so I can stuff them over April.
Well, if they give 500,
Just like we do the children's activities, they donate $500 to children's activities, but it doesn't go to a specific one.
Right.
It just goes to children's.
Goes
you
to
know.
general.
So
Yeah.
if you just you want to do $500 to the cornhole, that's all you need. You know, if someone wants to donate $500 to the cornhole and have their name as if someone wants to donate $500 to the cornhole and have their name as a sponsor.
So no team entries with it.
you can get a couple teams in there
I was
for
trying
that.
to build an incentive.
Yeah, I mean that would be fine. Get a
I
couple.
think you're going to get individuals.
That would be fine. Get a couple.
I think you're going to get individuals that'll be entering this rather than
Yeah,
corporate. You know, we'll see. We'll put it.
it's going to be the first year that we're doing it, so we'll learn from
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
For now, let's just no team for now.
Okay.
And then we'll see
I would
what
say no
happens.
team.
For now, let's just no team for now.
Okay.
And then we'll see
I would
what
say no
happens.
teams. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I just know, like, you know how they had the escape room and stuff like that? You've heard of escape
Yeah.
rooms? Our department went and did one for community building. Sorry, community building. Sorry.
Oh, it's
Sorry about the eye roll.
I'm lucky I'm
Okay.
still not stuck in the one I did. So.
The other one, and you may as well just tell me no now. Like I'm trying to think of stuff. Here's a pocket Constitution, and I forgot to bring the one that I ordered and put on my fridge to remind me to bring it to come here. They're normally $1 a piece, but if you order them in bulk, go down. 80 was the max you could order, and then all of a sudden the order was. And my thought was, on the inside cover, not putting a year, but doing something like just the Franklin Civic Celebration and then whoever sponsors it, and then have them available like where you buy tickets or something like that people could. It was in high school or middle school. They did hand these out. They handed them out after the parade, and they had everybody just shoving them in people's faces, which then resulted in a lot of people just throwing them on the ground.
Yeah, we don't want any handouts, because I tell people in the parade, no handouts.
Right. So that's
I tell people in the parade, no handouts.
right. So that's, I don't know if this is a good or a bad idea. I don't want litter on the ground.
And you don't want contact, and they don't want nobody shaking hands or touching them.
But that's why I was thinking if they were maybe at headquarters. But that's why I was thinking if they were maybe at headquarters. If you wanted one, you take one. And there's no year on it, so they last forever. I don't know. It's
I
just
guess
throwing
it's
it out there.
Like a promotional piece, so if somebody's interested in being a sponsor, they've got the information right there. I guess it can't hurt.
It's something to think about. I don't need to know now, but I just want to throw the idea out there.
Kind of like a business card, so to speak.
Yeah. It basically is your business card in the Constitution, and
Okay.
so.
Okay, we got mention of food vendors. Food vendors, I don't sign them up yet, so that's still, they gotta get sent their application, so that'll be addressed next time.
I got us a coffee vendor.
And a coffee vendor.
Yes. He doesn't know if they're gonna do all 4 days or 2 days. I thought they were very good. They do a lot of iced coffees and stuff, and I don't know if everybody's at Chihuahua. No? He does. He's got a big old Chihuahua on the side of his truck. But he does all different kinds of iced coffee. I mean, $3 and $4. It's not like it's
Oh, wow.
a lot of money. And Big B, what more are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
Hound them down so much, or like, yeah, and then all of a sudden last one, no, we can't do it. So,
It's the guy operated out of a truck or what?
he does. He has a food truck, and he has a trailer truck that he just does, like, the cold drinks from. Yeah, he's always at, he's been down there, so he travels around all over.
So I know a farmer's market that's looking for a coffee vendor,
Oh, okay,
so get his information,
yeah,
call.
okay.
Can I ask if he's a Franklin? Not that it matters, 'cause
Is he a Franklin resident? No.
Fireworks. Just signed the contract today. We're gonna get the same, we got a fixed price on the fire, we paid like 18,000 for them last year, but that was a price, 18,000 for them last year, but that was a price that was carried over from the previous year after we canceled. Now the current price is $20,000, so we're gonna have the same fireworks amount, but we're spending 20,000 versus 18,000. And I had them do more of a grand finale and make the leading up to it a little bit shorter and put more in the grand finale. So fireworks taken care of. Parade, we work on that later.
And praise it. I just have one thing though, I want to have a backup to there being any opposition to Comrade Linsky.
And we also lost Irv. I went to his funeral. Irv,
Pollock?
yeah,
Shut up, when did he die?
last month.
I guess that's why I'm not getting a call back.
And that's when you're talking about?
That solves that dilemma.
Yeah.
Okay.
you're looking for a veteran?
I need
World War
at least
II,
World War II or
Okay.
Korean.
Okay. Because I know somebody from the Mideast, but I don't know if he'll be here next July,
Yeah.
and he may not be here after that. He's terminal.
Yeah, and then like I say, we go through the mayor X sometimes, so right now we're in need of a parade marshal.
Is there a record anywhere of who's been the last how many years? Because I have nothing.
I know,
The last how many years? Because I have nothing.
I know. It's something we don't.
You don't keep?
Mhm.
Well, he was fine. He does all of everything for the veterans. He does all the programs at the library for Veterans Day. Very nice, personable man. He loves the city. He lives right here.
That'd be perfect.
So
But it's always good, you know, we were losing our World War II guys, and you know, if there's any around, that'd be great. But chances, you know, Herb was 90.
holy mackerel. Yeah, and we lost our last Joseph Langiel, who was our veteran marshal 2 years ago. Just passed away last month. He was 94, 95.
And I mean 3 years. Then the one from last year. What about the one from last year with the?
That was
He's still around.
Yeah, he's still around. Clarence, that was Clarence Lowby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, then I will give him a yell. I think
Okay.
he'd be thrilled. He's such a ham.
And then also we covered it with the officer. Yeah, it does concern me that that Loomis Road is a very dangerous. With traffic keep on going during that parade.
It would be nice to close that off if
It
we
sure
could.
felt safe for that Christmas parade.
Right.
But we
Felt-
did it before with Scott Walker.
Yeah.
You had both sides
Yeah,
closed.
if you can get it both sides closed.
With Scott Walker.
Yeah.
You had both sides
Yeah,
closed.
if you can get it both sides closed, yeah. But if we can't,
It's gonna be tight. I don't know how we're gonna get all that in there.
no.
And that's gonna be a long parade. Let me tell you.
All right, Carnival is also, you know, they're, I say set, but they're aware of the event, so we'll hear from them later. So anything else that we didn't cover?
Do we have a date for the Christmas parade? Is that the first
That's
Saturday?
the first Saturday of December. It goes out to the people for this parade if they wanted to include it in the Christmas parade.
And then my question is, can you get the coffee guy for that date?
Can try.
Coffee and hot
Where
chocolate?
would we put them though?
Right up by the
Right where the-
city hall, right by the tree.
By the
almost.
tree.
Oh,
Hot chocolate. And then could we do maybe Little Havana too? That's a Franklin company and they do work on Saturdays. But that's why she doesn't do the festival. Yeah. She could do sandwiches or something.
yeah, because I thought we'd do the parade at 3 o'clock for Christmas. And then I thought we'd do the parade at 3 o'clock for Christmas. And then they'd be done at least by 4:30. It'd still be light out and people can see each other.
But they do the tree lighting.
Yeah, the
Don't
tree
they?
lighting then would be at 5.
Right.
So we were done early anyway and they hemmed and hawed, so. I think that'd be good. At least you can see everything in the light. I think that'd be good. At least you can see everything in the light. It was getting so dark where you couldn't see
Yeah.
people across the street. So doing it early would be much better.
And then having just those two drinks and food at the end if
Yeah.
people wanted it.
I think that would be nice.
Because of Ann and Mira, that Christmas parade came out very good. Very well,
Ann.
big success.
Good.
That's and
Did great.
so
They-
December
They
3rd.
still got your gingerbread out, but I told them we don't want it.
Yeah. I
Either-
might take the wreaths off the window because those are wooden.
I told them they could do. Yeah.
It's a cardboard. It's my coffee
She
pot
made a
box.
gingerbread box that was very nice. House box,
Yeah.
house,
It
hot
is a
box. All right, any other suggestions?
The only, you know the one question that you're avoiding, branding. What are we going to call this thing?
Celebration.
Independence Day celebration or Independence celebration?
Independence celebration, you're right.
Instead of
yeah, because
instead of
it's not one
Franklin
day.
Civic Celebration, Independence Day Celebration.
Are we going with day or not?
Independence celebration. Independence celebration.
So, a whole-
Sponsored by the Civic.
so, a whole-
Sponsored by the Civic Celebration Commission.
Yeah.
so are we going with just Independence celebration,
Celebration, yeah.
Independence Day celebration?
No, Independence celebration. You're right, because then it sounds like we're one day, and if we're going to be 4
Yeah.
days, you're going to confuse people again. Yeah, it's going to be 4
Yeah.
days. You're going to confuse people again. Yeah, it's just going to take a while to get used to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and City Hall's gonna need that for the forms that they make out, that they want that instead of Franklin Civic Celebration on all of our bartender forms and applicate license. We have Franklin Civic Celebration to
Right,
Independence.
But that's why we did that, so it's still Franklin Civic
Yeah.
Celebration, because it's our
The
event.
commission is the
but
umbrella.
it's called Independence Celebration. The actual festival's gonna be called. He says we could still keep.
Here, yeah.
Yeah,
we
That's
are.
still the
he
committee
says we could
commission.
still
But
keep
the
that.
celebration that we're having
That's
is,
just the name of the festival.
Right.
is
The festival's just changing the name.
Yeah.
It's changing its name.
Okay.
So, and I think that's fine. Independence Celebration, sponsored by. Yeah.
Okay.
And if anybody has that you want to share, because then I can, like I stole that from Ann.
I was gonna ask if you did that.
Yeah, stole that from you too.
What did you use to do that?
Word.
Really? Wow. Very nice.
And then this was my, when you were talking sunrise, some day in November with my phone. So I'm parked on the side of 36 waiting for the sun to come up.
Okay.
So,
Okay, motion to adjourn?
second.
Do I hear a second?
Third.
Meeting adjourned.